Whoever can find the golden ticket inside a Wonka chocolate will receive an extraordinary prize. This chocolate has been bought up by people all over the world. Long ago, there was a legendary chocolate factory that everyone loved. The chocolate was called Wonka and was very famous worldwide. Even the Sultan of India built a palace from Wonka chocolate. However, due to Wonka's success, a factory employee betrayed and spread the secret recipe of Wonka chocolate. As a result, in a short time, many other chocolate shops emerged with flavors very close to Wonka chocolate, causing the Wonka chocolate factory to go bankrupt and lay off all its employees. However, a few years later, Wonka tried to rise again and made an announcement that Wonka would soon return, and there were 5 golden tickets spread around the world. The first lucky person to find the golden ticket inside has already been found. A chubby child named Agus was the lucky one to find the golden ticket inside the Wonka chocolate packaging, giving him the chance to win an extraordinary prize. Then the second lucky child is Veruca, the daughter of an English tycoon who was willing to buy all the Wonka chocolates in England, and thousands of employees opened each Wonka chocolate package until the golden ticket was finally found. Meanwhile, in a remote village, there is a poor family hoping to get a golden ticket by buying just one chocolate bar. Charlie is a big fan of Wonka. Unfortunately, due to limited money, he is unable to get a golden ticket. Relying only on buying one chocolate bar, Charlie looked disappointed, especially after the third ticket was found. This means there are only 2 tickets left and the chance is getting smaller for Charlie. The very valuable golden tickets have been found by lucky children all over the world. Now there is only one more golden ticket left to be obtained. Charlie, who is very poor, was given his grandfather's last money to buy Wonka chocolate. Unfortunately, Charlie still hasn't gotten it. Charlie really hopes to get that golden ticket and visit the Wonka chocolate factory. However, it seems Charlie still has a chance. He found some money fallen on the street, and without hesitation, Charlie immediately bought a Wonka chocolate with that money, and as it turns out, how lucky Charlie is. He managed to get a golden ticket inside the Wonka chocolate. The people there immediately became excited, and some even wanted to buy it for tens of millions. The shop owner immediately told Charlie to go and keep the ticket. The 5 lucky children were then brought to the Wonka chocolate factory to receive their prizes. Everything in this place can be eaten, and it's like heaven for children who love chocolate. 5 children and their accompanying parents had the valuable opportunity to visit the legendary and very famous chocolate factory in the world. Initially, they were greeted with a very strange chocolate statue display. The children and parents looked confused until finally Wonka appeared. He is the owner and founder of this very famous chocolate factory. Then Wonka invited the children through a very small door. Only then did the chocolate paradise appear. One of the very greedy children immediately ate everything here and did not heed the warning that the chocolate river should not be touched, until finally he fell into the chocolate river and got punished. With that, this child will be eliminated from the visit to Wonka's chocolate factory and lose the chance to win the amazing grand prize. Dati bata diba anadit adi media. The children visiting the Wonka chocolate factory were very amazed to see the other side of the factory where there are so many chocolate experiments here. There is everlasting chocolate that will never run out. Then there is hair-growing candy. However, all the candy and chocolate here cannot be eaten yet because they are still in the experimental stage and the side effects are unknown. But there is one child who is very stubborn. Because he really likes chewing gum, this child recklessly eats the gum that is still not perfectly tested. So this is what happens. His body turned into a giant blueberry. Finally, this child was eliminated from the Wonka chocolate factory too and will be squeezed to return to his original form. Now, only 3 children have the chance to win the grand prize from Wonka. The next thing Wonka visits is the nut shelling process done directly by trained squirrels. Hundreds of squirrels swarmed this child because he recklessly entered the place where squirrels shell nuts in this chocolate factory. Even though he was initially warned not to enter, he insisted. Eventually, the squirrels considered this child a bad nut and threw him into the garbage disposal chute, and the squirrels continued working. And the father of the child was also thrown into the garbage disposal chute, and now only 2 children remain with the chance to win an amazing prize from Wonka. Now Wonka invites the children and parents to ride the transparent elevator to explore the other side of the factory, and they arrive at a place where anything can be put into the television and then taken back out. This is how Wonka promotes his chocolate on television, making it very famous. Then a child who feels very smart tries to put himself into the television. This kid recklessly enters the device that can put anything into television broadcasts in the world. Now the kid is inside the television. Wonka, who created the device, said that the kid could be taken out just by pulling him out. However, when he was taken out, his size became small. Therefore, now only one child remains in the Wonka chocolate factory visit, and that means Charlie won the prize promised by Wonka. The other children who had been eliminated left the chocolate factory one by one, and Charlie had already been taken home. The prize that Wonka will give is his chocolate factory. Wonka feels he is old and will pass on his chocolate factory to Charlie, but Charlie actually refuses it. Why is that? Refusing a valuable inheritance for the sake of his family. That's what Charlie did. Wonka wants to give his famous chocolate factory as an inheritance. However, Charlie cannot bring his family. Hearing that, of course, Charlie refuses because family means everything to him. Wonka is very upset because the person he chose refuses to take over his chocolate factory. The next day, Wonka met Charlie again. Wonka asked Charlie to come with him to meet his father. Wonka had been separated from his father for decades, and now Wonka wanted to reunite. It turned out that all this time his father had always been watching over Wonka. There is a lot of news about Wonka at his father's house. Now Wonka is starting to make peace with his father and understands why Charlie values family so much. Wonka finally decides to still give the inheritance to Charlie, and Charlie is allowed to bring his family.